What's up everybody, AnimeX here, and in this video I'll be doing another Bleach video, and just like the title and thumbnail suggests, in this video I'll be giving you guys my personal theories of what Aizen's Bankai could have been, if it was actually shown in the series. Now, I've been kind of on a Bleach trend, rewatching Bleach, rereading Bleach, trying to get some what-if ideas from it, that type of stuff. Got some cool what-ifs for it in the future, and also I'm just in a very Bleach mood, so if you guys want more theory videos, the like requirement for this one will be 80 likes to show me that you guys really want more theory videos. I'll just be giving y'all some theories, so nothing too difficult, so we can just jump right into it. Now, my first theory is probably one that a lot of people have when talking about Aizen's Bankai, like a possible Bankai that he might have had. Now, it's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple line of logic that you follow in order to get to my first theory. But I basically think that the most likely Bankai ability for Aizen would be turning his illusions into reality. Now, this would actually make him pretty powerful in the in the series again, you know, because if you imagine, this is basically reality warping on quite a large scale. If you just really think about it, because he's now making illusions, right, and he's making those illusions reality. So it's basically like Itachi Genjutsu in real life. Now this would actually be him making his enemy see an illusion and then it coming into fruition. This would probably be one of the most powerful of Aizen's Bankai abilities that I'm hypothesizing. This would basically be reality warping on a massive scale, and considering that Bleach characters could be easily scaled to universal, and plus, he might just be reality warping on a universal scale, make you think you're in one place, you're definitely going to get bodied. And this would definitely be something that I think would mesh well with the Shikai, going from, okay, all these things are just illusions, guys, don't worry, to all these things used to be illusions, guys. Now they're real. Now, as far as I know, I don't have like a name for it of what it's gonna say. Not gonna lie to you guys, this would probably be the most powerful of all my theory Bankais. Although this is probably the one that's most hypothesized. So let's jump right into another one of my theories that's a little bit more on the more obscure side. Now, my second theory is rather tame in comparison to my first one, but it's still pretty powerful nonetheless. Now, I think it's possible that Aizen's Bankai would allow him to affect not only the five senses, but the opponent's sense of time, similar to Itachi's Tsukiyomi. You know, how regular Genjutsu, it'd basically be regular Genjutsu stepping all the way up to Tsukiyomi, where it affects your time perception as well. It would not actually change your, like, how time is being affected to you, but it's just changing how you perceive it and stuff like that. Now, I think it's possible that Aizen's Bankai would allow him to basically warp his opponent's sense of time, maybe even to the degree greater than that of Tsukiyomi, considering that Aizen would be more powerful than anyone like Itachi. So, maybe Aizen would be able to, like, activate his new Bankai or whatever, call it Ultimate Hypnosis, you know, something like that. I mean, Ultimate Hypnosis doesn't, I mean, it kind of implies a better hypnosis than complete hypnosis, or Kyokasu gets if you want to be dirty. But with that Bankai, he maybe spins his sword like the hand of a clock, and maybe his opponent sees that spinning motion. Once they see that spinning motion, this forces his opponents to not only have their five senses effective, but their sense of time as well. So I could imagine Aizen doing something like activating his Bankai, slowing down his opponent's sense of time relative to him, so that they literally experience years of a standoff within mere seconds. Similar to kind of like how other things in Bleach have been shown. That would also allow him to essentially blitz anyone that he wants to, as long as they're affected by his illusions, because if you think about it, their perception is slowed down, so they're not even going to see Aizen at that point. Sure, their physical body would be able to move through time quickly, but their brain's not going to tell them that they're in danger until it's far too late. He could also drive everyone crazy by speeding up their perception of time, and Aizen basically slashing them up. Since their body would be too slow to react to their vision, they would just see themselves being attacked and slashed well before it happened. I mean, imagine just knowing that you're gonna get punched in the face before you get punched in the face. Now just up that to the degree where, okay, if I don't move my body in order to block this sword, I'm going to die. Yeah, that could stress you out a little bit. Overall, I think this ability would be weaker than the previous theory, but the other Bankai might be more powerful in my opinion. I actually like this idea a bit more, but let's jump right into the third and final theory idea for this video. Now, my third theory is actually sort of a mixture between my first and my second theory. So, I would basically be saying that Aizen wouldn't have reality warping like he does in the first theory, but he actually has time manipulation, which is where the second theory contributes. So, basically, he takes the manipulation of an actual thing that people perceive, whether that be one of the senses or that time, like I've said, or it could, and you basically mix time in with it. So, the third theory will be Time manipulation. Now, the difference between this and the second theory ability is the fact that Aizen would actually manipulate time to his whims. This might be a fitting ability for him, just because, I mean, stopping, slowing down, speeding up time, that's all pretty interesting for him. This is a pretty strong ability because it isn't just changing your perception of time, but you be able to actually change each individual's sense of time and how they move through it. For example, Aizen would be able to slow his opponents to a near halt pretty casually, depending on how much Ryatsu they have, of course. With this ability, also, Aizen will be able to completely destroy any teamwork if he just affects their sense of time any differently. For example, he has Ichigo thinking that, or has Ichigo moving through time at half his normal speed. Someone like Toshiro, who would be attempting to help, move at twice his normal speed. That way, they're just like, they're not able to coordinate their attacks, and without coordination of their attacks, Aizen would pretty easily god body them. Aizen would have two trump cards with this theory also. The first trump card would be Aizen using his own hypnosis on himself and speeding up his own personal time, essentially making him exponentially faster than before. The drawback of this means that he burns through his Ryatsu levels in mere minutes due to the fact that he's speeding up his body, meaning his Ryatsu consumption as well. Now, the second trump card is more powerful, although it would drain him even quicker than the first one. This trump card of this ability is to stop, fast forward, or to reverse one's own personal time, meaning that Aizen could get attacked and damaged and then rewind time just a split second before that attack landed and then counter. So basically, Aizen can negate any damage that happened to him within a certain amount of time. Obviously, stopping time for someone has its own perks. Now, fast forwarding someone's time would be interesting just because they essentially shoot forward in time where they can react to anything. And overall, this is like really interesting, but probably my least favorite theory, and in my opinion, it's the least likely to happen. Although, I want you guys to kind of give me your thoughts, your comments on what you guys think, maybe 1, 2, or even if you want to go all the way and say 3 theories on what do you think Aizen Bankai would be, go ahead and comment that, because I'm interested in what you guys are thinking about Aizen's abilities. Now, with all the theories being said and all my final powerful theories being out the way, that was my final theory on what Aizen's Bankai could have been. If you guys have your own theories that differ from mine, go ahead and comment those down below. And if you guys want another theory video like this, I said the requirement is 80 likes. I made it pretty low bar, that way you guys be able to clear it. So make sure to hit that like button if you want more of these videos. And if you enjoyed the video and haven't already done so, consider subscribing and hitting the bell so you don't miss out on more theory videos and more Bleach content in general. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, this is Anime X, signing off.